Are you a moderate drinker? Have you felt good about your moderate drinking because you heard that a study once said that 2 glasses of red wine a day for you are actually quite good? Well, I have some bad news. British researchers recently unveiled the results of a large study, and they found no cardiovascular benefits to moderate drinking, and that cancer rates increased from, quote, the first drop. Have you been rethinking your alcohol consumption? Let's find out more. And we go to Dr. Thao Huynh, epidemiologist and cardiologist at the MUHC. Dr. Huynh, welcome to the program.
Hi, welcome. Thank you for the invitation.
Yes, it's great to have you on the show. Now, let me get your take on alcohol here. Is it as bad as perhaps this study suggests?
That is correct. I do agree that the benefits of cardiovascular are not due to the alcohol per se, but it's the grape skin, and you can take the benefits from grape juice alone. So unfortunately for us, the pleasure lovers, wine is not a good way to protect yourself.
Okay, so that's very interesting. If you want the hard benefits, just get the grape skin another way, whether it's via juice or eating grapes.
That's correct.
Okay.
That's correct.
Gotcha. So that's on the cardiovascular front. Let's talk about cancer here, because it is pretty stark when you hear these researchers say the first drop of alcohol increases rates. Well, what can you tell us on that front?
So the alcohol has been associated with cancer of many types, including liver cancer, the first, and also the gut intestinal cancer, and has been associated also with other types of cancer. So please be very careful with your drinking. So as you mentioned, even 1 drop of drinking can increase the risk of cancer.
Okay, so but having said that, even 1 drop of alcohol can increase the risk. For every doctor that I know, drinks a bit. I don't know, and I don't know if you'll have a glass of wine at dinner, that kind of thing. There's got to be some sort of balance, right, when it comes to joy of life versus health risks.
That is correct. So this is the first big study that showed that the risk and it needs to be reduplicated in other countries. There's also genetic associated risk, which means that this study is in England and may not be reproducible entirely in other parts of the world. So I think the message from this study is try to be drinking the least that you can. Doesn't mean that you cannot drink, but be very careful.
So what do you tell patients, if when it comes to alcohol consumption? Do you find there are times with patients where you got to say, hey, it's time to cut back, you're drinking too much?
That's correct. And also the fact is that most patients underestimate or do not report their correct amounts. If they drink 5 glasses, they would say 2 glasses. And so which means that when they say that I only drink 2 glasses per day, in our mind, doctors are trained to multiply times 2. Because we actually, we kind of if you say yes, we tend to underreport, including me.
Okay, so
as a doctor, I do it underreport my self-consumption too.
Okay, so this is unbelievable. I love this, right? That you just spilled the beans here. The doctors are multiplying by 2 when you tell them about how much you drink. Because this summer I went to see an ENT at one point, and ear, nose, and throat doctor, and they asked me the question. And I was honest, because I especially my fiance, we just had a baby. She's breastfeeding. So we're not drinking any alcohol in the house. I have non-alcoholic beer now. But, I'll go out and I'll have maybe a couple of beers if I go out once every 2 weeks. And that's what I said. And you're telling me in her mind, she's like, this guy's going out and having 4 beers. Is that what she was saying in her head?
I have to say, at least also, we kind of base our judgment based on how the patient look like. There's some patients, that they actually do not are unreliable.
Okay.
So I don't know how you look, but I assume you look like an honest man.
I love that. I look trustworthy. Maybe you can believe my number there. Okay, let me ask you this. Is there any science, anything where we can say, oh, you know what? There could be a positive benefit, a positive health element when it comes to drinking?
No, that is for sure. No doctor will ever say that you get any benefits from alcohol.
Wow.
The risk and the harm, you can be controversial, but do not drink alcohol in thinking that you can protect your heart.
My goodness. Okay, so there's just nothing. Heart, whatever, brain, there's nothing, there's no benefit.
That is correct.
Okay.
And we just hope that the risk may be less than what the studies show.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, is there anything else out of this study that got your attention that we should highlight?
There are actually some, it's kind of some very controversial. I'm not totally in agreement with that they say there's some risk modification, which means that people in low socioeconomic, that the risk may be less. I'm not sure I understand or agree with that. But those are fine detail, though. I think the big picture is that you do not get any health benefit from the alcohol consumption, even at very small dose.
Well, doctor, looking at sales, they say alcohol, the purchases of alcohol are actually going down, and the non-alcoholic cocktail business is booming. I guess that's a good thing.
That's correct. But the non-alcoholic can contain a lot of sugar.
Oh.
So if you overdo on that,
Yeah.
you may take away the benefits and you get diabetes.
Oh, my God. Okay.
So all the good things should be in moderation.
That's right. Moderation is key here. Okay, doctor, listen, we have to leave it there. I want to thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much for the invitation.
Dr. Thao Huynh, epidemiologist and cardiologist at the MUHC.